so fast. Crypto thrills that don't really last. BirdDog X, standing still and free. In a sea of noise, they're who we need. Yay, free, oh BirdDog, you're the calm in a storm. In a world full of hype, you're a true soul reborn. From the pages to the screen, forever real with a great team. BirdDog, yay, but hey, don't you see? In despair, you're all we need. From a comic to the blockchain light, you stand strong, you're shining bright.
I blow. Always free.
Always free. No chasing fame, no looking back. In your stillness, you stay on track. A simple truth that never bends, yet pays the one who'll always mend. Through the noise, you take your time. A steady beat, a steady climb. In your quiet world, you find your place. BirdDog through the game and space. BirdDog, yay, babe, don't you see? In this bear, you're all we need. From a comic to the blockchain light, you stand strong, you're shining bright.
Always free.
Always free, yay, babe, BirdDog, always free. In your patience, we all believe through the chaos. Not selling our hands or getting played. Quietly watching, never loud. Not chasing trends or forming crowds. In the shadows they found their way, where the diamond hands will stay.
Always free.
Always free, always free. In your patience, we all believe through. Not selling our hands or getting played. Quietly watching, never loud. Not chasing trends or forming crowds. In the shadows, they found their way, where the diamond hands will stay.
Shout out Saudi Whale in the house.
Yeah, let him up. He's gonna join as a silent member. But yeah, we'll get Yepe up in a little while. Just get some of what we need to do out the way, and then we can hear from some of the other projects. This will be recorded live. But yeah, happy birthday, everyone! It's a year since, well, UK timing. It's a year since we, were born, and yeah, I just want to shout out to everybody, all the holders, everybody that stayed strong during these, down periods. And I know we're all going through real life problems and everyday struggles. So to still be here definitely demonstrates your level of conviction, and we want to thank you and we want to update you on everything we've been working on. And everybody here right now is they're all part of the team. We've got Yepe on. We thought, as a gesture, we'd invite you up and we'll get you on to speak at a later point. But yeah, just want to say congratulations to everyone. I'm sure in recent days you guys have realized where we're heading and where this whole market seems to be heading. On the macro, it's insane what's happening in the USA and how we're no longer being attacked as an industry. I'm sure that will help our bags at some stage. But yeah, I just want to introduce the rest of the team and the co-lead who's been there from day one. So I wouldn't be here right now leading this project if this guy wasn't there to support me and refine every decision that happens at BirdDog to get it, exactly right. So I want to shout out Tom and give it over to you, Tom.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Definitely happy birthday. It's been an awesome ride with Bird Dog in the community, getting to know these folks. And it's funny how, some of the people that are, literal internet strangers, you end up becoming close friends with. Some of those people are in this call. And yeah, man, it's been really cool to share the ride with everyone. The the team basically formed, a long time ago, and there's been people that have come and gone, and then it's really cool to see those that have been through the test of time and fire. And yeah, we get to celebrate together now. Everybody has obviously had a big part to do in this whole Max Fury's Bird Dogs movement. It's really cool to see all the developments also that we've been able to do. In case anybody doesn't know, I typically help with the uh, mainly, I would say, software development related topics. If there's anything that we want to do to kind of enhance anything with the branding or the community, or maybe even some of the cool stuff that we want to put out later on to just kind of reward the community and do cool stuff that people have asked for. We'll talk about later on what we're doing with some of the NFT art. But yeah, obviously a lot of development comes into play with that, and it's really awesome to have a good project to be able to put all that into work, and obviously working with some of the best people in the industry here. So yeah, man, I feel very blessed, very happy to be here, and Bird Dog's a character that you either love him from the beginning, and if you don't, he still grows on you. He's very relatable. I feel like one of the more relatable characters, and even on the day-to-day living with the persona, I feel like a lot of people in crypto can also identify. So that's been pretty cool to be part of this project, and obviously it's been a year. So for any meme token to be alive after a year, I think it says a lot. Says a lot about obviously the what the market has decided, what it's asking for, and the team, and obviously the community. So yeah, it's been a cool ride. I'll probably pass it back to Semtex.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's pretty cool. Yes, bro. But yeah, it's pretty cool what can happen when so many people believe in something, and it's cool to see other projects in here too. Should we, if you want to invite Gossian and Saudi Whale up here, Tom, as speakers, whether they want to
Yeah,
speak or not, they can just chill. And then
sounds
anybody
good.
else wants to request, we can get them up at some point as well. But yeah, so I just wanted to quickly shout out the team. This is the Bird Dog team. This is how it's been for a long time. Obviously, we'll introduce any new members and such, but we've got Bird Trip, formerly Round Trip. I want to just pass it over to you, bro. You can explain what you do, and yeah, we got the Gossian on here as well. We'll introduce you all, but Bird Trip, go on. Let's see what we got going on.
Yo.
Yo yo.
Hey everyone, it's Bird Trip here. Yeah, so I think I bought in the first time mid-April, so it's almost a year for me as well. I've been with the team, and yeah, what's my role? Let's see, I don't know, raider by day, me might be a guy by night, moderator, a bit of a hype creator, and a total Jeets hater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what attracted me to the project? Initially, I think it was the character. Like Tom said too, it's very personable. I feel like a lot of us can relate to him. There's bird dog in all of us, a bit of bird dog in all of us. I think from all the boys club characters, I thought, obviously I'm biased, but like I thought Wolf, bird dog, and Fofar are the ones that I thought were like fun and crazy and wild. Not that, like Pepe, Andy, and Brett are not, but and also the red cap character is the one that I thought was just like really funny and like, like this silly, goofy character, and it's like the underdog. Another thing that I thought I liked. So, and I like this bird dog version a lot better than some of the other bird dogs that were on the market. And yeah, I mean, we went through all the turmoil over summer, and who knew that it would survive and start doing so well, get picked up by Crypto Mentor, mentioned by Pablo Crow and so many other people. It's been great working with the team, and even when everything was happening last summer, things weren't looking so good. I saw that a lot of people would have left the project, and I noticed like Tom and Semtex at the time I didn't even know them. I'm just like, these guys are not quitting. I'm like, I like the character. If they're not quitting, I'm not leaving either. So yeah, it's been fun, and hopefully now after getting the only heads uh, bird dog NFT, that also solidifies our position, and it's very bullish. And yeah, looking forward to see what else we can get done in the next few months.
Thank you, Round Trip. Thank you. Your
Yep.
contributions have been immaculate, and yeah, we've definitely had a good time along the way. And it's good to know that as well from your perspective, that that's what you've seen and that's what attracted you, because there've been times when me and Tom have almost cried together. But to see some of you guys, seeing the grit and all the battles we faced, it definitely makes it all the worthwhile. But yeah, the next member I'm going to introduce has been at the project longer than myself, and to be fair, he was already playing an active role before we'd even set any roles, and when the previous team all just disappeared. But this guy is consistently just a powerhouse. I don't know how he does it, but yeah, for those who don't know, he's called B Crow Broge, goes by a couple names, but yeah, man, he's the backbone of this project as well, massively, and you guys all know him probably better than you know me, so that just goes to show, how much work he actually puts in. So yeah, B Crow, just want to pass it over to you and shout you out, man.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, Broge. If you guys don't know where Broge came from, it's just I'm just a bro who owns a lot of Doge. So that's what brought me into crypto years ago. People also know me as Crow. A little bit about what I bring for the bird dog community. For the last 10 months, um, I've raided every chance I could. I started stepping it up even more. I've been holding for almost a year now, a few weeks shy. But for the last 10 months, I've raided as hard as I could around my family and work life. Just you guys know how this DGen shit goes. My old X account, which I had over 1,000 followers that I built, I've had that for over a decade. I lost it learning some lessons with raiding, but I wouldn't change it any other way. I run 3 other accounts now just to spread BirdDog all over. Also, I've made or edited probably near 100 memes for us to use. Our artists are obviously a lot better than I am, but still have fun doing it, and that's what the whole meme thing is about. Recently, I've learned AI music platforms. I've finalized about 16 songs about BirdDog, some of them collabs, which is just a lot of fun. I'll pump more out soon. I've lost track of the amount of money I've put in for BirdDog, um, and the other cooks that I funded, but that's what it takes, right? It takes a little bit of money to make a lot of money, and that's basically what we're about here. So this team has some absolute chads. So we're not stopping. A little bit on my timeline with BirdDog and how I got here. It was March of 24, and first boys club project that I looked at was Andy on Blast. Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't know Ethereum was the king chain back then, and
Yo, I
thought, oh,
did too,
Blast.
bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was the first I think that was the first thing I got into as well. You know, was Andy on Blast, and it did
I'm
quite
like,
well.
this
I
Where,
thing's
was,
gonna fucking blast, you know?
where did you guys see it though? Where'd you see it? Like I
where
never
did
even
I
saw
see
that.
it?
I don't know. I was everywhere. I was in like 100 telegrams. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I
don't
don't even
know.
remember. I think maybe I saw it launch. I
But
don't
you know
know.
what? The crazy thing was the Ethereum one launched after, and then it just totally went skyrocketing to like north of 100 million. And um, I actually put around I can't remember. I think I put around 20 G's into.
Let me
Um,
finish my story, bro.
oh, sorry. Let me pass it back to you, bro.
I started studying the boys club to decide what the right plays were. Keep in mind I had Andy on Blast. I watched and missed the initial pumps on OX70 BirdDog, OXF6 BirdDog, Andy ETH, and Landwolf holding this Andy on Blast. So I'm like, all right, these are all initial pumps, so it's got to be early. So that's where I decided I wanted in on one of those other coins. Um, so I ended up swapping my Andy ETH or my Andy Blast for OX70 BirdDog. Quickly, I noticed the vibes weren't there. So it wasn't as positive and fun as OXF6 BirdDog, Andy, and Landwolf ETH. So the reason I didn't go for Andy or Wolf bags was because I wanted the higher multiplier, obviously. So I saw this in BirdDog OXF6. But yeah, you've heard the struggles and the speed bumps we fought through, so I won't go too further in on that subject. But the fact of the matter is, we are survived and still here today. Stick around after this and hear the song that I made at the end of this space, which is inspired by all the rough roadblocks that we have overcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, bro. Almost stole your shine there, but no, you're an integral part of the project. And you know, when you have the members in a team that they just know what to do, they know where to fill in. You don't even need to tell them. Like, they know where they need to be a cog, and that's exactly what we're developing here at BirdDog, is a team of like-minded people that can fit in, you know, where they can, what's easy for them. We don't want this to feel like a chore. We've had, unfortunately, a lot of members just, as some of you project leads would know, just fall off a cliff one day, and you know the pressure gets to them, and they're not really built to handle the amount of work that goes into making a project great. But you know, the people that you see here now, they're still with us. But yeah, thank you very much, Broj. And them introduction tracks that you heard, they were made by Broj, and they were made on AI. He's like our DJ Khaled of of BirdDog. So no, he's produced some really high quality music. Even I was like, wait a minute, is that a rapper that I recognize? But no, amazing stuff. But yeah, moving on, I just wanted to introduce another member who came shortly after the ones I've introduced now, but has become a member who just offers a lot of bullish insights on the market and just constantly keeps track of the liquidity in so many different forms that it'll make us all look like beginners. But I just want to quickly introduce you, Duckin. If you want to say a little bit, and then we'll come back to the market analysis. We'll just get everybody introduced.
Yeah, happy anniversary, everybody. Ducking here. Um, it's not quite my anniversary yet. My anniversary for being in BirdDog would be 31st of March, just a day or two before the first great big crazy pump. So yeah, I got another couple of weeks or so, couple of weeks or three before it'll be my own personal anniversary. But for generally, as us as a team and as a group, yeah, this is a real milestone. As Semtex said, you know, um, there's not that many meme coins that have really survived this whole crazy crypto space that we've been going through the last 365 days. So, we got to give ourselves credit for that. It's been an up and it's been a down and it's been a down and then a down and an up again. So yeah, it's been real crazy. But it's been quite the ride. This team who's not been involved in what we've been doing. Please come on board because serious project with serious people. Tom and Semtex have been guiding this ship, looking after this baby with all their heart and soul. And there's not many devs out here that we can say have put that much passion and commitment into a project like this, especially something that's so low cap. Yeah, we've had our spikes. I think like 15 mil, 20 mil, 23 mil, and there's more to come for sure. But there's a lot of people who would have walked away from all this pain and drama. So, there's serious people up in here, serious people ready to have fun, serious people who are committed to a project, and they can balance that fun aspect and develop it and create new assets and new dynamics to the project, as well as have that fun, and as well as have that seriousness, knowing when to be serious, knowing when to have fun. It's a balance that's difficult to strike, but I think that we've managed to do that. So for me, I'm more than happy that I actually stumbled across this project, and more power to us all, man. More powers to us all.
Thank you, Duckin. Thank you very much for that. That was beautiful. Appreciate your kind words. Yeah, I can't believe it's been a year myself, Tom. I don't know if you can, to be honest, but it's just flown like
Yeah.
it's just flown by. But yeah, next I'll probably introduce the Gaussian Snake from Forfar, our a close partner and friend. So yeah, nice to see you, bro.
Hey, thanks for the invite. Nice to see all of you too. What a strong team you guys have. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to BirdDog, the only real BirdDog, 0xF6. There's no other. There's no substitution. You guys have an awesome team at Fofar. We are so grateful. For those of you who don't know me, by the way, I am the lead, the co-lead with Dave Zip of the Fofar CTO. But today's about BirdDog, so we just want to celebrate you guys, and you guys have been great partners with us in the time that I've been with Fofar since April. So shortly after it CTO'd, I was there. I've been on the team since May in a variety of roles, very similar to Broj, I guess. Initially, kind of a similar role for me, but lately I've kind of helped take over all aspects of the project. We've had some changes, just like you guys. We've had some rough patches, just like you guys. Um, but yeah, I love the joint memes that we've been doing, and I love the music. Broj and I have collaborated on a couple songs together, and that's been really awesome. And it's just been great, working together and doing joint raids and figuring out how we can get more visibility for the number 5 and number 6 official characters, because I feel like we were a little bit overlooked in the first part of the bull run, right? Like it was mainly Pepe, Andy, Brett, and Landwolf that kind of got all the attention, and I felt like we were discovered a little bit later, but unfortunately, when our charts were really starting to take off, and I think they would have got a lot higher, the market started working against us, and that was kind of seen with ETH Bitcoin's really long bear market that it's had. So we couldn't really do much about that. But I feel like considering the circumstances, right? Like, and considering how many altcoins come and go, we've managed to survive, and that's quite a feat. And I feel like you know, I'm just proud of you guys and happy to support you as much as humanly possible as we enter into the next phase once we come out of this like brief correction that we're in, which is to me just more associated with what the stock market's doing than anything else. But um, I think we're going to come out stronger, fiercer, and we're going to have a nice long bull run. BirdDog and Fofar, we're going to shine together. And I think, the one thing that we have is camaraderie among the boys club. I also want to mention Yepe since they're here as well, and also the boys club project. I see them also, and Tanuki too. Like we've all been working together, right? Like it's not just the two of us. Yepe's done some outstanding claymations. The boys club and us, we've been working on rating groups and stuff. So there's just a lot of stuff going on. I want to shout out the bots that have been created by Reagan over at the boys club, and Zelensky too, who's been a great person to work with. So just a lot of people. That's what we have here. We are the Memecoin super community. We bring so much to the space in terms of creativity, positive energy, community, and we're just always grinding day after day. And like you said earlier, Semtex, you guys have been around for a year. Fofar will be coming up on a year in just a few weeks. So it's amazing that what we've been through together. And I hope we can continue our partnership and developing that as we go forward.
Yes, thank you very much, Gossian. Yeah, no, I really appreciate them words. We always support each other, and we definitely feel that supporting each other doesn't take away from anything. And it's I didn't know there were a lot of changes over at Forfar, but yeah, we've this space is very unpredictable, and to get solid leads and solid people that know what positions they need to play, especially like who you mentioned, Reagan. Like, he's in my DMs as well. He's offering so many solutions. So he's a good. Is he someone in your good books? And he's helped out a lot with projects that you're in.
Yeah, Reagan has been awesome. I just met him a few weeks ago, so I don't have like a long history with him, but he came on the recommendation of a person I know from Max ETH, and I just started talking to him and Zelensky, and they're both incredibly friendly, supportive people. And Reagan has helped us a lot with getting a raid bot set up, and then also getting a chat bot, the Fofar bot that we have, which has been, I think, a really great addition. It does anti-spam and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He did pop up,
Yeah.
and because he's a bird dog holder as well, and he's been in the background, but he's always offered help and funds. Like, um, it's just when you meet members like that and they're so giving, it just you get a bit taken back by it. You're like, what's the catch? But no, definitely he's been a long time holder, and yeah, I'm trying to convince him to join the team, but I think everybody wants him. But
Yeah,
thank you
thoughts
very
crossed my mind. Yeah, the thoughts definitely crossed my mind too. I think I mean, I don't want to speak for him, but he seems to enjoy kind of working in the background and
Yeah,
helping out. I think he's passionate about the boys club, right? And he really wants to help, boost BirdDog and Fofar's and other projects' presences, so that when the next leg of the bull run comes around, people will
yeah,
know who we are,
yeah,
and yeah.
yeah. Amazing, amazing. Well, he's just got a positive review, so that always helps in this space. But yeah, no, thank you for that, Gossion, and look forward to continue seeing what Fofar produces, and they've always developed, and they think outside of the box. And similar to the next project I want to introduce, randomly popped up, which is always good to see. Yepe, would you like to take the stage? Good to formally meet you. If you want to speak, that is, you don't have to speak. I mean, but yeah,
Hey guys, can you hear me all right?
yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Clear.
Hey, so it's Mushroom Wizard on behalf of Yepe. I just wanted to congratulate you guys on BirdDog for making it a year in the meme market. Like, I don't know, right now the markets are not looking too great. I have personally not been looking at the charts myself, but yeah, for it to be around after a year, that's something, you know. And I'm just here to support you guys, and um, I'm excited to hear what you guys are building and see the direction you guys take this character, because BirdDog's always been one of my favorite characters personally. Like, I just felt an instant connection. Like, I feel like he's got a real chill personality, and like we would get along and like definitely share a slice together. So yeah, I just wanted to congratulate you. Sorry, I'm at like a family dinner right now, and my phone is about 7%. So I'll continue to listen and support. But yeah, my phone might die if I don't find a brick for my charger. So yeah.
No, thank you very much, Yepe. And it's an interesting character. You know, Matt knows how to design different types of characters. It's just amazing, like how he can design a yellow frog and call it Yepe is just amazing. Like, and now we're all got these cartoons as display pictures. It's crazy the impact on the culture. But you know, yeah, I'll touch back on the SBR. But no, thank you very much, Yepe. I really like the tutorial videos that you guys put out, and you know you put in the effort into to also think outside of the box. But yeah, look forward to possibly doing more together. And yeah, let's get.
Yeah, man. Right now, Broach has been like really representing BirdDog to the Epay community, and like he's actually done a few pieces with us, and yeah, just collabs, and like yeah, we'd love to see more collabs, and yeah, definitely look forward to it.
Yeah, we love you guys over at Yepe. You guys are hard workers. Let's keep collabing. This is just the beginning. Let's fucking go.
Broj is an AI agent, you see. Even I don't know how he does half the work sometimes. But yeah, Broj is everywhere all at once, man. It's crazy, but he's just able to make the content on the fly. But he's the only guy from the beginning who's just made his own content and just got on with it. So that always helps when people are contributing towards the memes. That's contributing towards the culture. So yeah, no, amazing.
Yeah, he
Before
also
I introduce,
he also bro also never sleeps, bro. Like doesn't matter if I'm
yeah.
up at 8, midnight, 2 a.m., 4, 5, 6. He's always awake
Just
and he's like
wakes up to
always,
raid. He'll wake up.
yeah, bro. He's like always working. It's crazy.
Can't let that telegram sleep, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Hey, really
amazing.
uniting the whole Furyverse and making a super community, as Gaussian said. You know, like that's what we're here to do. We're here to like lift everybody up, and you know, and compete in a fun, healthy way on the meme arcade. You know, like we're all just here to have a good time, smoke some weed, and enjoy Matt Fury's art. So yeah, we're all having fun. You know, showing up regardless of market conditions and building, and I love that. I love to see it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, I'm gonna rack up the volcano now because I have to be on brand, you see. So we gotta get the vaporizer working. So no, no, thank you for that very much. The next guest I want to, just before I introduce the next project, I would just like to introduce the newest member of our team. He's a young 21-year-old spring chicken by the name of JV, and he's the newest member of our team. And I worked with him advising at a different project. But yeah, he's a solid member, and I just want him to come on and say a few words about how he's found it since he's joined the team and what he sees on a day to day, and just overall how you feel. And yeah, genuinely tell us how you feel, not what I told you to say, by the
Nice
way.
one. Nice to meet you all. I'm very tired. It's currently 20 to 1 in the morning UK time, but doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm very, very new to the team. I'm actually very new to crypto, so this is my first cycle. So it's very exciting for me, and I am very, very lucky to be working with these guys at BirdDog. I mean, I've been in, I think, for now a week and a half in the core team chat, and every single day that I wake up to go to work, I'm excited because there's always more bullish news. You know, there's always something getting cooked. It's either Semtex, Tom, Crow. You know, everyone's always cooking. It's nice to see because I've worked in a CTO previously on Solana, and that was, to put it nicely, it wasn't the best, and it wasn't the best first experience for me to get. So, Semtex, I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you for this opportunity. Very excited to work with you all because you seem like an absolutely amazing team. Yeah, I think I can provide a lot of value to the team. I'm young. I've got a lot of time to learn. Like I say, I'm new to crypto, so I'm here to learn. Yeah, very, very excited to work with everyone. It's going to be a great next 12 months. Obviously, I've only been in about 2 weeks, so do I really get to celebrate the year? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to the next year. I'm going to stick around. I'm a diamond-handed holder. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what we can keep cooking. Semtex, I'll let you take it back, and I'm happy to do some more speaking later on.
Yes, JV, I like
Welcome,
that.
G.
Get in there, bird dog.
Welcome, bro.
No, JV, that's brilliant, man. You gave us a projection for the year, but you've only been here for 2 weeks, so that's absolutely amazing, bro. You're thinking well ahead right now, so that's what we like to see. But yeah, no, it's brilliant having you, and it's good to have the younger generation. Obviously, I'm not exactly old, but he's 21 and he's coming up, and his first unfortunately his first um you know his first impression of crypto has been in a Solana project where even I threw the kitchen sink at the project in terms of strategy and advice, but nothing could move that chart, and it's just not like that over at Ethereum. So any of you projects that might be struggling, just trust me when I say that I've seen good quality projects on Solana go from 30 million, get CTO'd, and still continue to drop and drop and drop. And then just like the meme, it just completely like Warjack, it just completely jacks you of everything. And but I think that says more about our blockchain. We have a solid blockchain. And just as all this was going on, overnight, the Ethereum fees, they just fell, and I'm like, what am I looking at? I was in the first cycle. I remember paying $10, $5 for a transaction. It started off at $3, then it went to $5, then it went to $10, and then it went to $20, and then it went to $100, and then I ended up paying $200 on a. I think I paid a $200 gas fee on a $200 transaction. So I don't think I even ended up with the bag then. So, there were crazy times we were living in, but right now things have got better, and I think as JV's bullish on the year, as a newcomer, so am I. And yeah, the next project I want to pass it over to the legendary platform that pump all our bags even when the markets are at the lowest. So I want to introduce the legendary Memezilla. Please come up and say a few words.
Yeah, you're off mute, but we can't hear you, bro. Yeah, maybe try rejoining. I'll add you again. But yeah, I see you're going off mute, but there's no
Yeah.
sound.
Can we get Saudi Whale up here? Is he just as a he doesn't need to speak, but he can just sit up there as a speaker.
Yep.
Let's go, Saudi Whale. Saudi Whale's another member of our team who's our KOL. We don't pay for KOLs. Everybody that believes in our project believes in it because they own a bag, or they believe in where the project is going. So we have members of the team. I just hit him. He was always bullish, and I always notice when people leave bullish comments, and I reached out to him, and he just so happened to be this Saudi whale guy. And I was like, just at a time when we needed him, he supported us. He pushed the content. He owns a bag, and he's a full-on believer. And that's why we don't need KOLs here. And yeah, just before I go into the history of BirdDog, just for the record books, in case anything happens to me or Tom, in case I get assassinated for being, I don't know, Matt might come after me and say, "Look, bro, you're just doing too much now." So, um, but yeah, Memezilla, is your microphone working now? Memezilla?
GB, are you there?
Better? Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
We can
sir.
Welcome.
hear you now.
Oh, thank God. Guys, I'm glad to be here this morning. Amazing projects, familiar faces in the space with us. Guys, I wanted to congratulate you, all of the BirdDog family, for this first year anniversary. Many projects, after a couple of weeks, they disappear, but you guys have been pushing for more than 12 months. And I believe that very strongly that BirdDog is one of these projects that will be one of the big winners in the coming bull run, because you have an amazing team, you guys work hard daily, and you have an amazing narrative ongoing. So keep it up, and I am excited to see what the future has in store for you guys.
Thank you very much, Memezilla. You know, we are very grateful to you, and I think a lot of projects should be grateful to you guys. You give, you know, everybody a voice, even the newest of platforms, and you built something which, you know, as a product makes a lot of sense. And there was a gap in the market, and you definitely took advantage of that. And you know, we thank you for your wishes, and yeah, we also respect your development and hard work and everything you do there to keep your project ticking on a daily basis. So yeah, we that doesn't go unnoticed either. So yeah, thank you for your contributions to the space and to the smaller cap space especially. And you know, that's where a lot of new projects need help, is getting off the ground. So no, thank you very much. And I pick up on that French, beautiful French accent. So I'm jealous. I can't speak to my woman in such a tone, but you know, we uh, we move. But no, it's been brilliant. I think I will touch on. I wanted this to be a nice, chill space. I wanted to give everybody a voice. But you know, since the beginning, I think a lot of people have asked, and what has happened since the beginning, like in a synopsis, how can we explain what's happened at Bird Dog? So obviously, as most CTOs go, you know, the dev rug, someone picks it up. So the dev rug, we had a whole team when I joined in March, April, end of April. I was a cog in the system. I was happy to do the marketing. Tom was a cog in that system. And we were all just playing our parts, and we have a very strong team. And yeah, that quickly deteriorated because of management with large egos that wanted the easy way out, people that don't want to do the work but want to hog the brand. Long story short, we had a team of about 20. Overnight, everybody vanished. They picked up new projects, picked up new CTOs and whatnot, which, you know, you can't blame them for at the same time. But, you know, our bags were going to zero. I looked around. The only guy I could see was Tom. And I said to Tom, are we really going to watch this project just like, I believe in the brand. I don't want to watch my bags go to zero. I've just watched them go from 10,000 to over 100K, and I still didn't sell because I knew there was more to this project and this narrative. So everybody left, and then me and Tom had the painful 8 months, I'd say, probably like 7 months, 8 months of regaining all the assets, the CMC, the deck screen. It was just a nightmare. The URL, the files, XYZ was scattered all across the planet. So we've had the fun job of, you know, trying to put this all back together. But ultimately, we've had various different tests. We had a test, obviously, when the team left, and then once the team left, it was us and actually one of the guys that wasn't a very good leader, and unfortunately misappropriated funds from the marketing wallet right at the beginning of the project. Long story short, um, I had to pay ransom to these people to get control of the X, to get control of the Telegram. Otherwise, the whole brand would have been lost. So I paid out of my own pocket. I paid for various different marketing costs just for this thing to have a heartbeat. I don't know if I'll ever recoup them costs, but that's just part of the price you pay for being the lead and sacrificing for a better day. So it wasn't good. There's a lot of things I can say, but it's not in our style to badmouth people or projects. So we just have to, apart from the person that misappropriated the funds, they're the only people that need to be worried, because this year I will be going after them with the full force of the law. I know who they are. They don't live far from me in the UK, and for what they put us through, yeah, they're gonna have to pay that price. But that's how much we love this bird. That's how much we protect this bird. That's how much we try protect your bags. This is not just about my bags or Tom's bags. I've watched other people sell on me, and I'm still waiting for my time. I wasn't meant to be the lead. Tom wasn't meant to be the co-lead. We just picked up where we had to pick up. So I just wanted to tell you a bit about that. And then Tom, I don't know if you wanna, I've spoke about the initial, the team deserted, and then we had to defeat this scammer at the project who had full control over everything, the TG, and then even talk about all of the copycat projects that attacked us. And then even when I was in Dubai, there was that flare up with the Pepe banner change, and on 2 weeks before our banner change, miraculously. I think it's important for the holders just to know, in a nutshell, all of them little things. But I'll pass it over to you, Tom.
Yeah, without, dragging it too long, there's obviously been a ton of attacks on this project, and that's not uncommon for a lot of meme projects in general. And, the good thing is that the market has been able to, foretell who's who, at the end of the day. I mean, it's to the extent that, some chains have like a clone of our X account with like every single one of our memes. But still, it's one of those things that, just like however quick it pumps, that's how quickly it dies. And, it just shows that you can't replicate time and work. You can copy a digital asset or an image, but you can't replicate time. So the fact that RCA has the date that it has, and it has the work that's been put in place, that's how we've been able to catch the attention of major groups, people that have covered BirdDog, some big YouTube accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers. It's because the one thing we've always said when somebody walks in our main TG and asks, like which one is the real one, we always invite everyone to just go on all the different X accounts, join the different Telegram groups, and you'll be able to tell yourself who's the OG. So yeah, we definitely stand strong, and it's been awesome to basically fight every single Goliath and watch them drop like flies.
Yes, sir. It's been crazy, Tom. Just, I believe that when you're solid and you're the original one, you show that through your work rate, you show that through your product. And ultimately, we defeated these projects just by being us, working hard, not letting these attacks, taint us or make us, bad leaders in that sense. But no, it's been a crazy year, and I just wanted to touch on that. But yeah, on a more bullish note, I wanted to cover the strategic bird dog reserve that we established. One of the biggest things about BirdDog is the fact that we own a lot, you know, a lot of the assets related to our brand. Um, so we established this. We have three wallets at the project. We have bird-dog.eth, which is the treasury. We have bird-bank.eth, which is the marketing wallet, and then we have a working wallet which has no signatures on it, but that's just used to pay meme artists and things that require quick transactions and not like 12 signatures. So um, perfect. So yeah, they're the three wallets we have. Our treasury being the main one. So we managed to raise 1 billion BirdDog um, between us all. Well, more than that over the time. There's been billions that we've raised, but this point we established a treasury. We put 1 billion BirdDog in there, and we're not really going to touch that. That's for listings. Once we get to sort of all time high, 2x all time high, then that BirdDog will be used for listings and market makers and securing exchanges 4, 5, and 6. Um, so yeah, in our treasury we have the billion BirdDog. Obviously, you can see by my display picture, I didn't just right click and press save on the BirdDog Smoker NFT on OpenSea. I actually purchased it. So that was a move. It cost me a large fraction of my BirdDog bag, but it's important. I feel for a brand like this to be able to, if you have the opportunity to own, your your branding or your image, I think is very, very, very important. So I acquired this one of one NFT. It's never going to get sold. It's probably the worst investment I've ever made because I actually can't sell it now. So it belongs to BirdDog, belongs to me. But yeah, I'll just custody it, but it's in the BirdDog treasury. And for those of you who didn't know, I actually acquired the 4 comic books around 6 months ago. At the time, it didn't really seem like much, but then again, that was another strategic move for our brand. So we do actually hold the original comic books as a set, which I'm guessing will be quite valuable in a few years' time. So yeah. And on top of that, we also supported Matt Fury by purchasing a large amount of his Zogs NFTs. In there, we also bought Snort, which is like the one that looks like Fofar. And they're all sort of derivative characters. So aside from that, we have the Pepe Heads NFT. That's the floor on that's about zero point 0.5, zero point 0.4, zero point 0.5 Ethereum right now. So yeah, we've got all these assets. We've been collecting the left leg of Pepe. Um, this was a classic NFT collection in which it was established in 2016 to 2018. They're like the very first Pepe Pepe NFTs. So yeah, that's a piece of history. Many people won't know about that. They're grails. They're very old NFT grails, and they were minted a long time ago. So yeah, we have that, and then we also have a collection of ENS names like bird-dog.eth, bird-dog-smoker.eth, Birdbank, Birdbot. We also have boys-club.eth, Matt Fury. Also bought pepecoin.eth and some of the other ones. So just safeguarding the narrative, owning our own, our own trademarks and rights and everything else to certain marks. So yeah, that's that. And I think once you have the billion BirdDog, you have that coupled with the one of one heads NFT, and you have that coupled with the 4 magazines and everything else, and then you start to see that you have a treasury which could definitely be worth something. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that quickly. And yeah, for any of you guys that didn't know, we were actually audited by Cyberscope. You can check that out if round trip you want to pin the somebody wants to pin the audit, the Cyberscope audit on the Jumbotron. That would be great. There were no majors, no medium risks to the contract or anything like that. There were like 12 I think 12 minor sort of alert issues or something. It was just something very minor.
which
Tom.
is what, yeah, which is what most of these projects end up having. But yeah, pretty much it's pinned on the the jumbotron. So yeah, obviously it's an important thing that we want to do to again assert not just for us but for the rest of the community to know that these are actually this is like a safe contract to invest in. And what's even cool about this contract is that what the original dev, the actual the first creator of BirdDog, obviously who kind of like pumped dumped and left the project. He made it to where the snipers that usually accumulate a lot of the supply when the contract is launched. What he did is that he blacklisted those addresses so they can never be effectively they can never sold their position because they're seen as a bad actor in a way. So the cool thing is that that ended up effectively burning. It's not like an official burn because they're not sent to a burn address, but it's burned in the sense that it just can't be sold. So that's about like 15.4% of supply, which is crazy. It's like billions and billions of BirdDog that can't be sold. So it's just like
Billions
a
and
yeah,
billions and
billions and billions. It's just like such a happy coincidence that we're fortunate to have with the CA. So yeah, and then we're also soon going to be announcing a new BirdDog ETF launched by BlackRock. No, I'm just kidding. But that would be pretty cool.
Never say never.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
tremendously bullish.
yeah.
Tremendously bullish.
Bird rock.
BirdRock.
Bedrock. Nah, I love it. I love it. But yeah, this is just meant to be a chill, easy spaces. We represent the brand. You can't take it too seriously. This is Bird Dog. He's chill. He's grinding. He reminds me of like young JV. JV's grinding hard, just trying to make it in the world, and he's come to crypto, and he's this is his first time, but he's a very active member. So yeah, man, we want more people like you to come to the space because that ultimately means our bags will be pumped as well. We need more retail in the space, and yeah, that's we just keep building. I don't think we've seen uh too much of a good day, but that last pump that we had, I think a few of the Matt Fury projects also had that spike where it pumped and then it later got sold into and to retest the levels, which when you're mimicking Pepe is not really bad. It means that you're following, that sort of cycle of that coin, which is what we want ultimately. And yeah, that's as far as on the menu. That's about it. We have got more. I mean, we are developing. We were meant to be launching our new site today, new DApp. We're converting from our old site. We just managed to get a hold of everything to do with it a few months back, so we rebuilt a site. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we've got our NFTs dropping soon, but yeah, these aren't just any old NFTs. One of the team members who can't be here today because he lives in Australia, he's called MFS. Yeah, he gave us some really good game on a way to utilize NFTs to actually create buy pressure for your token. So it's a very, very clever mechanism. I don't want to give too much away right now, but I just want you to know that that would have been launched today. But because obviously we actually do hold ourselves to standards which are a lot higher than you know than we'd like them to be. But yeah, we've redone the art, and that's just because we have so many characters, so we just have to make sure we stay on brand with every move we make. So yeah, that's just cooking right now. And yeah, Tom, unless you got anything to add, we can pass it over to anyone else. I mean, if anyone else got anything to say, anything to add. But yeah, Tom, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of want to listen
How
to
about some
another.
music?
Yeah, I was gonna
Sorry,
say
I'm
I kind of
interrupting.
listen to a song. I don't know if Vitro has something on deck.
Yeah,
But yeah, maybe
Biko,
like a quick.
let's. I
DJ,
mean,
where you at?
nah, not yet, not just yet, because that mean we finished. Everyone's gonna leave then, or do we just play a
Oh,
song?
like
No, no,
halfway. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
no, no. It could just be a intermission. Just
All
like
right,
play.
intermission. Yeah, Biko, let's have an intermission, and we get everybody
Crazy.
okay.
Crying.
I played our song with Yepe earlier. We got G Snake here, so I'm gonna play a song called Crypto World with Fofar.
Dang, Chris Knight sounds gangster.
Snake. Let's go.
BirdDog, Fofa, they taking the crowd by storm. Ethereum blockchain. These Matthew gems known as BirdDog and Fofa. Talking about BirdDog and Fofa, saying they gon' have that crypto fame. Hit the scene, they shining like a star. Crypto portfolios reaching levels bizarre. The talks of the town move so smart. Flipping in G's, making the racks, hustling like monarchs. BirdDog and Fofa making moves on the Ethereum block. Crypto kings, that bullish way. Fofa Pepe the boy, standing tall and proud in this crypto world. They taking the crowd by storm.
That's crazy. Bird Dog's got an album and Yepe's on there and Fofar's on there. Like, come on, guys. This is just, yeah. And you know what? I'm about to bump that to bed. I'm gonna bump all of them tracks to bed. Yeah, that's so fire, Broj. Shout out to you on that. But yeah, I mean, today just a celebration. I just want everybody to know that this doesn't just stop here. This doesn't just stop at the end of this cycle. This is a brand that will continue inevitably, and we will pass the torch, when and where needed. But once we get to the bear market, we also have bear market plans. Um, we have plans to, leverage our services, which are, our qualities, which is our knowledge in the space, to give that to Web2 companies during the bear market, and we can utilize some deals and partnerships to ensure that the project keeps ticking. The bear market's a very unique situation where liquidity just gets sucked because of the cycle, because of the fear. It sort of compounds. The fear compounds. People see the bags going down over the macro, and by the time they've hit sell, they've sold the bottom, and then that's when you should be buying again. So the people that capitulate on Bitcoin at like 20K must really flipping. It must really hurt when it bounces from like 15 back up. You like you literally sold the bottom. But you never know when you need to sell as well. We all need the funds. We all have normal lives, probably apart from me. Everybody else has a normal life, but Semtex is just a bird dog smoker, degenerate, unemployed, needs to get a job, yeah, living in his mom's basement. But yeah, it's not too bad. Could be on the streets, but yeah, I need to move out soon. So bird dog, come on, help pay the bills. But yeah, it's lovely to see everybody that turned up. It's been a great turnout. I mean, I don't know how many people are turned up, but whenever you get to see this, I just want to congratulate all the holders. Everything everybody's contributed or has been able to contribute is why this project looks how it is, and then our partners as well. Um, Memezilla, Yepe, Forfar. It's amazing to see you guys in here. We want to give you guys your flowers as well, rightfully. I think good work will always get noticed. We've seen some very bad days. It's not always been good. I mean, it's not great right now either, to be fair. But we know that the um, the liquidity is coming. It's programmed. It's literally programmed. And then yeah, we will see better days, and it's the ones that can work during the grittiest times in the trenches. I believe they're the ones that deserve, the biggest share of the reward first. I think that's fair. Um, but we all have to work extra hard to make sure we can blast off to number. We don't want to look at the fibs and try calculate what we're going to get to. We want to just exceed everything and blast past everything and get to that billion mark. I mean, if you're not aiming for a billion, what are you exactly doing? I mean, you don't need to go around lapping billion like every other second, but you can actually, you know, work hard and try get there. So we have a few reverse family. This project is bigger than myself. As you can see, BirdDog is so big that he doesn't even speak. The guy just doesn't even open his mouth. He just sat there watching in case he needs to fire any single one of us. And he'll be talking to me after. But yeah, bro's just watching me with them eyes. I'm like his cousin, BirdDog Smoke, like the smoker, the long lost cousin. Like Day Day. From Friday. You got like next Friday you got Day Day and Ice Cube. Oh man, I'm like Day Day, but no, that's amazing. But yeah, I'll pass it over to you, Tom, and if not, if you want to pass it
Yeah.
over to any of the projects.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the NFTs we're coming out with, by the way, these are gonna be NFTs that you actually want to own. And like Semtex says, there's gonna be a creative way that you'll be able to own them as a holder of Bird Dog. And like we said from the beginning, um, we're making it in such a way to where you don't really have to like pay anything per se, like out of pocket. So I think you guys will be um, quite pleased with the way of acquiring these. So I think it'll be a moment of you know that feeling, that good feeling of unwrapping a gift. Coupled with obviously paying tribute to the main artist, Matt Fury. So these are being like heavily scrutinized, and every single detail is really led by Semtex. He's kind of like the visionary when it comes to these things, and he has a lot of experience actually in this area. So he's pretty good with that one shot kill when it comes to these things, and obviously I'm in the trenches. Fortunate enough to be able to see him work, and it's good stuff. Like honestly, I'm even excited, and I want to be able to get more than one, just to make sure I can end up with the right avatar for me. So yeah, I think obviously we don't know exactly have an official date yet, but it's definitely in the pipelines. It keeps being tweaked and changed to make sure that it actually is up to standards, and it's something that everybody can end up enjoying. So definitely stay tuned to that. If you're not a TG, obviously join. Talk with us there. um, but yeah, I think I'll probably uh, pass it to whoever wants to say anything. Yeah, go for it, Mamzilla.
Goshen, if you want to add something about our cousin Fofa.
Um, sure, I think Memezilla had his hand
Yep.
up. Speak after him.
Yeah, definitely, guys. BirdDog is an amazing project. I'm very bullish on BirdDog because you guys have been cooking. You guys showed up every single day, and you are very honest. We are proud to have you as a long-term New Zealand partner. So therefore, keep it up. And again, happy birthday, happy first anniversary.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much for your kind words, and it's good to actually, speak to some of you guys because as you know, as like leads and co-leads, we're running around the place so much. We don't get to always see each other, but it's good to people get to see how we interact live. You know, I think it's very genuine. So no, thank you very much for your kind words. JV's got his hand up. JV, what are you saying?
I just wanted to say quickly that something really special to me about BirdDog. I mean, the first time that I saw the comics, because obviously me being new to crypto, Matt Fiore, the Pepe verse was kind of new to me, so I had to learn. So I read the comics, and the first thing that I thought was, I wish that these were animated so I could watch them. And obviously, the team had already done that. So just knowing that they are working on animating the rest of the comics makes me happy. Being a stoner, that I can just sit down on my phone, high as hell, watching BirdDog, chill with the other boys. I just want. It's really special. There's no one else doing it. So do you know what I mean? Though it's
Yeah,
special.
Jerry, that is genuinely a very, very touching thing you just said there. That was amazing. But yeah, no, when you can actually see these comics come to life, it's a completely different buzz. I mean, sometimes I watch them and I can't even believe that that was produced by this team. So it's definitely beautiful stuff. Being a stoner, like I said, if anybody wants to lead Bird Dog, you can go ahead and try. It's very demanding, and that's just on the intake of the herb supply. That's not just the work, you see. So it comes with its side effects and catches. But yeah, no, I'd want to pass it over to yeah. Thank you for that, JV. I want to pass it over to Gossian. Do you want to say anything? And then yeah.
Yeah, I'm just very inspired by the structure and I don't know what word to use, but just maybe the structure and enthusiasm of your team. You know, I'm very inspired by how well all of you guys work together, and also just the story of what you've been through. It sounds a lot like us, although we've been through things at different times. Um, and I just want to say I'm inspired by you guys, and I was just listening to your marketing plans, and a lot of projects could learn from. Sounds like Semtex, you're a natural at that kind of stuff. For me, I came into this kind of with more of a technical background. Like I do technical analysis on charts. I'm a mathematician by training. So marketing's not really my thing. But my wife is a professional artist, and she's actually been producing memes. The ones that you've seen have been really funny lately, like Fofar barging in on Pepe and Fadi and Fofar at the playground, and that she's been creating those. We're really trying hard to incorporate um, the entire boys club into our memes, just to show that we're a super community. That's been something that I've been kind of taking the lead on, and then I've been producing the TikToks. I actually, never had any. I'm not an artist myself, but like like I can't draw anything much of anything. But we've tried with the TikToks. I've been managing the Fofar TikTok account and making TikToks and throwing BirdDog in there as much as I can. I really want to emphasize um, the partnership, because I feel like we're just in a very similar position. Um, and the other thing I wanted to say, being a charts guy, is just to reassure. And Semtex, you already said this. I think it was either you Semtex. I think it was you. It's either you Semtex or Tom, but I think it was Semtex. Um, it is true that once Pepe starts moving, it's literally programmed in, right? Like we're gonna move along with it. Like if you study your chart, I've looked at the BirdDog chart. You look at the Fofar chart. You look at Andy. You look at any of them. Really, we're all following Pepe in some way or another. Like our charts all look a little bit different, but like Pepe had a little leg down today, we got a little leg down today. And it all comes back to Ethereum and Ethereum's against Bitcoin. And the one thing I will say is that because every single cycle, there's been a final scare. Like it happened in 2020 with the March 2020 recession. It happened in 2016. Um, and it happens in the stock market too. And the stock market's rolling over right now. It's the first time it's happened since late 2023. This is just, to me, it looks kind of like a normal correction. Could it get worse? Sure, it could. But I think what we're looking for right now, and if you want to know when things are going to turn around, you've got to just look to Mr. Jerome Powell. And when is the Fed going to turn on the money printer? Because if you look at the liquidity, global liquidity chart, just take a look at USM2 on TradingView. We never even took out the March 2022 highs. Like we are still underneath the March 2022 highs. And I think that's why you haven't really seen total crypto market cap do much in the past few years. That's why Total 3 has not even put in a higher high, even Total 2, right? Like I think the best days are ahead, and I think it's going to surprise people just how crazy this bull run is going to be. I think people have kind of like thought that it's only Bitcoin that's moving. But every single cycle, Bitcoin leads the way. There's always a Bitcoin bull market. There was a Bitcoin bull market in the previous cycle as well. And then what happens is you get, the Fed comes. I mean, we just follow the money cycle, like the business cycle. So a lot of people are freaking out that we're heading into a bear market. And while I think that short term it's going to feel like one, I don't think we're heading into a crazy long lasting bear market that will go on forever. I think this is just a short term phase. We'll get through it once the Fed turns the money printers on. I think a lot of these projects are going to bounce hard, and I think Ethereum will lead the way for us. It'll lead the way for Pepe, and I think Pepe can easily clear $100 billion. It's like if Pepe can clear 100 billion, what makes you think BirdDog and Fofar and Yepe and all the other projects can't clear a billion? I mean, I think we can definitely do that. You may not believe it right now, but one thing I would encourage you guys to do if you ever have doubts, if you're a charts guy like I am, I know Bird Trip King's a bit of a charts guy. We sometimes have chart talk. Is go look at Cardano from March of 2020 and pretend that you never saw what happened afterwards. It literally looked like a dead project. I mean, it looked like it was dead. It came down to like its opening price. Like it was bad, right? And what did it go on to do? It went on to do like nearly a 300x from there in a very short amount of time too. So I would
Yeah.
say if you're working in the trenches right now, and believe me, at Fofar, I know that every day is a grind. I get DMs from members who are just concerned, and our X account right now has been compromised. Like there's just a lot of stuff going on that is beyond our control, and it's been very frustrating. But we always keep the bigger picture in mind, and we do what we can. And I think if you're just showing up every day in the trenches with BirdDog, Fofar, whatever project you're a part of, you're gonna make it. And I agree with what Semtex said. I think if you are the ones that are really, I never intended to help lead this project. Like, in fact, I refused I refused offers to join the team, I think 2 times, because I just wanted to be a holder. And so I joined kind of begrudgingly. And then I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I made some music albums. We have 2 full albums on my SoundCloud. I'm probably going to make a Telegram command to call them up when I get a chance. But like it reminds me of your guys' story. Like you never really intended to be where you are, but here you are, right? Because I started a crypto YouTube channel. I mean, like technical analysis is my thing. That's what I'm really passionate about. I had no experience in the meme coin space. In fact, I was anti meme coins for a long time until I got into Fofar. So and then I kind of saw why meme coins were so appealing, and I started to really understand them. So um, you just kind of pick things up as you go. And like I've had fun. Like have fun, right? Find something that's fun, because your community will see you having fun, and they'll want to have fun with you. I mean, we can't control the price action. We can't control where we're at in terms of market cap, but we can definitely make the place more exciting, focus on our communities, and focus, I think, like what we're doing now, which is intersecting our communities. Because when we come into the altcoin bull run, people are going to notice the Pepe universe, right? The Matt Fury coins. We are a super community. There's only one other super community I know of, and that's the Murad meme coins, right? The SPX and stuff. But they're like nothing compares to how we're like what we're doing. Nothing. I think we're like a narrative unto ourselves.
No, thank you, Gaussian, and thank you for them compliments to the team. Yeah, it's when members come together and they all put in the effort, that's what I respect. I don't care if you own a big bag or a small bag, but if you turn up and I want to shout out Dinson, Mr. Dinson, J Dinson in the chat. It's his birthday on the 11th. He's a day older or a day younger than Bird Dog, but yeah, he's a very integral member. He's been around. He's assisted with chats and members, and often done it without pay for long periods of time. And people in this industry come from all around the world. He's actually Nigerian, um, and a lot of us don't have the ability to have what they have. And crypto is the underlying asset out there that gives them freedom when they don't have much. You know, we definitely appreciate you, Mr. Dinson. And yeah, we look forward to celebrating your birthday as well on Tuesday. But yeah, we've got some really hardworking members. But yeah, you were saying about the market, etc. I do believe I don't even watch the markets anymore. This is my second cycle. I do have sort of blockchain experience. I didn't intend on using it this cycle just yet, but had to take over the project, otherwise it was gonna just be ruined and another bird dog would have had to pop up, but I just didn't want to see that happen. So you know, we're here. When it does pump, I think people don't understand the orders of magnitude, like greater the amount of liquidity that's actually entering. It's no longer just, you know, when something increases by 2 3x and it's in the trillions, like that's thousands of millions. Like that's not you know, thousands of billions. It's not like a small amount of number. That money has to flow somewhere. When it flows from Bitcoin to whatever else, Solana, and Solana's had its season, now it's going to Ethereum. All of them billions, and yeah, all of them billions from all of them other coins, BTC, Sol, ETH, Sol, BNB, they could just flow into ETH. And if they flow into ETH, you know, what do you think is going to happen to us? What do you think is going to happen to Pepe? Pepe is a leveraged ETH position, and we're like a leveraged Pepe position. So, you know, it's crazy things, and don't fade the liquidity that can come. And, you know, bro, do you want to say something? Bro, just unmuted. No, it's all good.
Bros.
Beatrice?
No,
Bro.
I was just gonna say that we've seen some different visitors pop in and out here, and I just shot Raw a follow because this guy's been here for a little while.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, it's been great. I
Shout
was
out,
just
Raw.
gonna
Come up and say something, Raw, if you want. Come and show something. But yeah, invite him up if he wants to speak. But yeah, no, it's been brilliant. Duckin, do you want to give us a final sort of market overview, or was that your market overview? Was it fairly simple stuff? No, we said we were saving it, right? So if Duckin's still awake,
Late for ducking.
Duckin just needs to stop that recording at some point. That's Duckin, you there? Take yourself off mute.
There you go.
Duckin,
Yeah.
yo yo yo
Can you
yo
hear
yo.
me?
Are you awake, man?
Hit the soundboard, bro.
Uh, yeah, because it's breaking a bit, man. I don't know. I think my Wi-Fi is
You're
getting.
rugging, bro.
I
You're
don't know what's
rugging,
going on.
ducking. We start calling you rugging.
Rugging ducky.
Rucking.
Yeah.
Rugging vibes.
Yeah.
Rucking vibes.
Ruggy ducky.
Nah, ducking.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm getting vibes. No, it's improved now all of a sudden. That's good.
Oh, there you go. We can hear
Yeah,
you
so
better.
I didn't know. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I don't know what you were calling me in for. If you're calling me to have a chat about like the markets more broadly or something, or like what
Yeah,
was
yeah.
your?
No, I just wanted to get a synopsis of the market. You know, Gossian mentioned that, you know, the M2 and everything else. So it was
Yeah,
talking your language. So I thought I'd let
sure.
you just give a quick 10-15 overview of the market, give people a bit of hopium. They want to know that the liquidity is coming. So yeah, let's see what you got, ducking.
Yeah, well, the liquidity is definitely coming. The uptick is there. Michael Howell, which is the guy I follow, who's a 40-year veteran of these markets, worked at all kind of prop houses and desks, going back into the 80s. He's the guy really. When he talks about liquidity, he's talking about flows, including loan renewals and things like that. So his perspective is really like saying, you know, there are these 5-year cycles for debts to be repaid or restructured or renewed, and liquidity must come in order to honor that. Otherwise, it's Mad Max 3, you know. So this is kind of, we're in this loop of that, as well as M3, as Gauzian mentioned. So like right now, he's kind of saying, he's the guy I'm kind of really following. I mean, you can see he's got a lot of videos out there. He's got his own Substack and so on. So he's something really worth looking into. He has been saying that there's an uptick in liquidity. There's been a very interesting thing because basically Yellen and Powell were doing a kind of secret QE to try and get the Dems in, using something called reverse repo, which I won't go into too deeply, but repo markets are like when banks need to settle at the end of the day. If they've got a shortfall, they go to this repo market and they can kind of swap, but they don't trust each other. So there's some kind of shenanigans went on where there were like injections into the market that they didn't have to put on any kind of like the Treasury General account or any of the other things that were more public, and that was reflected, I suppose, in that whole kind of March, April, May last year. Also leading up into the election, so kind of like October, November, December, we had a very big upswing again. So that might have been like the end point of a cycle when that's been coming out. But then the other side of the coin is really China. And I don't think people talk enough about China really, because they are the other group, right? And it's been very interesting. Like 2 weeks ago, Xi Jinping had this huge conference and he's talking about, we need more capitalism. We need more business. We need more progress. And also he had Jack Ma as a guest of honor, a guy who's like, you know, debated, everybody thought not so long ago, but suddenly he's getting rehabilitated. So that's quite interesting. Also, China is saying that they want to have 5% GDP growth this year. And you can't do that without liquidity. You can't do that without injections of cash. So I think that it's coming. It's going to be, I think, as Gauzian was saying, we're going to feel a little bit more bottled up, but this is the very, very last time. The last thing you should be doing is looking at getting out of these markets right now. I don't think. I really do believe that there's an uptick coming. It's going to be rough. Trump has not helped in terms of like some of the chaos that he's coming with. I mean, I think the tariffs have created a bit of a risk-off environment, and obviously, you know, the most sensitive of all to risk-off environments is crypto, is Bitcoin, is ETH. So I think that's those are some of the underlying factors that have been playing out. But I think as the environment settles, as we start seeing all these kind of moves that are going on with the US in regards to, you know, are they really, what's all this thing about all this gold being repatriated, all this stuff about Fort Knox, Trump talking about, oh, the gold better be there, or there's going to be trouble, you know. So there's a lot of like unsettling things. He's a kind of chaos agent, right? We all know that, you know. He could be the chaos agent that we need, but I think there's a lot of kind of turbulence around that at the same time. But obviously, with what's happened this week, with him signing that not a BirdDog strategic reserve, which he should have done. It should have been that. But yeah, the Bitcoin reserve, definitely. There should be some little underlying bottoming now of the markets. We will see. We will see. But I'm definitely optimistic as far as BirdDog is concerned. Yeah, we're down at the lowest end, but I think this is a kind of supply zone. There's a lot of people buying. We know what's going on. There was these two 10Ks. that came in and came out. So the bots are around. Jared from ETH is up Subway. He's definitely around. So let's see what happens, man. Let's see.
Thank you very
Yeah, well
much
said,
for that.
G.
Thank you very much, Tom. I'll let you.
Now, yeah, I was just gonna say the other thing that has me kind of bullish right now is that if you look at the fear and greed index, we're at extreme fear, and we have been for
100%.
a few days already. And if you think about it, how many times have we ended a bull market on extreme fear? You know,
Yeah, exactly.
so
Exactly.
that's the one thing that has me a little bit optimistic. And on the other
Exactly.
side is all the work that the Fed did, you know, where obviously they're not ones to cut rates aggressively. I don't think they're going to throw away all the work they did, and I don't think Trump is necessarily ready to completely let the markets tank, even with his new aggressive policies. So
Yeah.
you know, whether the party goes on forever or not, obviously it's not going to be forever. But probability wise, because obviously nobody knows, but probability wise,
Yeah.
just based on current events and historic events, it just doesn't seem like this would be the end of it. So I think something
Yeah.
for
Now,
everyone to stay optimistic. Yeah.
I absolutely have to agree with that, Tom, because I mean, if you're talking about sentiment in these markets now, we are not anywhere near euphoria. We're not anywhere near a blow off top. So for me, from a sentiment, if as using sentiment as a guide, aside from anything else, absolutely. I mean, if you've got the spare funds, I would be accumulating here, for sure. Because I just think there's quite a way to go. I don't think it's going to be left translated as people think. I just cannot see that. And I think actually 2017 might well be a better guide to study for this time round than any of the previous cycles. Because if you look at 2017, sentiment was very similar at the same time of year as now. And if you look at the chart, that reflects that. And then, it's like Gaussian was saying about Cardano. Everything looked dead as a donut, as a dodo, but then all of a sudden, boom. So the X's are to come. I'm not saying Bitcoin is going to do what it did in 2017, or that ETH will do what it did in 2017. But I do think there's a lot of upside here. I think there's a lot of people are going to be surprised. Um, I think there are going to be other sovereigns that are going to be coming in now and saying, hey, if the Yanks are doing a sovereign crypto fund, we need to be thinking about doing this as well, be it China or anyone else. Maybe some of them are already doing it quietly. We don't know. But it's definitely not going to be just El Salvador and the US. I mean, I just do not see that.
Yeah.
So, the scramble can come quite quickly, quite suddenly. And then it's just hold on to your hats time, really. I'm super bullish. I got a bit of a cold, so I might not sound super bullish. But
Yeah. Yeah. No worries.
Nah, thank you,
yeah,
Ducking.
I got runny nose, man. It's just like, what the fuck? It's just like, excuse the language, but
Nah, thank you, Ducking.
yeah. So
Thanks for that overview.
what's
No,
up, bro?
thank you for the overview. That's
Yeah, you're welcome,
yeah,
man.
no, that's very in depth, man. And what you were saying about you don't know who's gonna start the sovereign wealth fund, and I genuinely believe we're in the rat race for everybody to kind of accumulate Bitcoin right now. I saw a chart the other day that was on
Yeah,
Glassnode, and it
yeah,
showed that the amount of BTC on exchanges has absolutely took a dive, and it's like there is a
yeah,
there
yeah,
is
yeah.
there's an
Drained.
actual
They're
supply
getting
shock.
drained.
Like where are
Yeah,
these big sovereign funds gonna buy the Bitcoin from? They can only really trust like Coinbase or a
exactly.
custodian. So they have to buy it from somewhere.
Yeah,
This is the beauty of
yeah,
the asset. It cannot be replicated. It's fixed in supply, and a lot of the people that own
yeah,
it, a lot of it, some of them aren't alive. Some of them are engaged in activities they shouldn't be, and they lose their bit. So we don't know how much supply is locked. we don't know people that have passed away with the Bitcoin, or so
Definitely.
that's
Yeah.
bullish. We don't know who owns BirdDog and Far, but we know that these assets are getting rarer. And I believe if you
And they're corporate buyers as well.
we
I
will
mean,
get corporate,
retail is not even really
yeah,
you.
I think,
That's who's buying right now. Are corporates, are the
yeah,
BlackRocks, and all the rest
yeah,
of them.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And that's obviously a whole new factor. We've never had that in a cycle before.
yeah, yeah. And now you've got every
So
company,
again,
every bank trying to allocate 5% to Bitcoin. It's just not
yeah,
possible. So if everybody was to try and do that, it would. I mean, it would absolutely. I think we decouple. I think at some point there has to be a decoupling from traditional markets. If traditional finance isn't, is constantly being inflated. I know China just inflated their supply as well. So you know,
yeah,
for how long can this continue? I'm not sure. I do see there being a big decoupling event where then there's just, Bitcoin accumulation wars, because everything else
yeah,
is technically worthless. Because, it is, if you look at the graph, I mean, what you could buy a
yeah,
house for in 2009 in Bitcoin and what it costs now, there's no,
yeah, exactly.
you cannot, it's just a fact that's like, you can't
Yeah,
dispute it. So,
yeah.
we're living in.
It will
Sorry, Ducking, go on.
definitely. No, I was going to say it will be Bitcoin and gold. I think, in my view, and then you will have ETH and silver. And ETH is kind of funny. I mean, I don't know if anybody here looks at gold and silver charts at all, but ETH is very much acting like silver acts in relation to gold. So I think those two will be very, very, very big players as well, and there'll be significant upside to be had, especially in silver, but also I think on ETH. ETH is doing a lot of fake outs at the moment, and there's a lot of people getting shaken out on them fake outs.
Yeah,
But I just cannot see how it does not smash the all-time high and potentially go, at least it has to go 2x, has to,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
if not more.
Well, there's enough.
If
Yeah, sorry, no, there's enough liquidity
BTC is running,
flowing in.
yeah,
So I think we get a three
and that's
four
coming,
x. I'm hoping for a 4x from ETH here, or a 3x would probably be
yeah,
realistic. But yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah. I mean, I was saying 2x from the all-time high, so like sort of 10k ish. But then I don't think that's necessarily the ceiling. It go late in the year. I can see it going further.
yeah. No, I agree. We have to
As
leave
a
these
catch-up
prices
trade.
behind one day. So
Yeah, exactly. It's a catch-up trade to
yeah,
Bitcoin. Silver is a catch-up trade to gold. So I think there's going to be a lot of action to be seen
yeah,
there, and obviously that's going to raise all boats as far as people like the bird dogs concerned.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No, perfect. Thank you for that.
yeah. But yeah, we're in the trenches, 100%. But
Yeah, no,
yeah, sunlight is coming. Sunlight is
yeah,
coming.
no. Thank you, Ducking. Ducking's a member of our team. Like I said, he's a analyst. He analyzes the markets, and he always provides in depth information that none of us can actually see. So we greatly appreciate him. And as you can see, this is only half of our team. The other half can't make it due to the differences in time all over the world. But um, we would love-
I think GSEC had a comment as well on the
Yeah,
topic.
yeah,
I really appreciate Ducking's analysis and how he brought the um, kind of the soft quantitative easing into the picture and the debt ceiling and all that because it's very relevant. One thing I also wanted to say that I agree with him on, and I've been saying this a lot in my own YouTube channel, is that um, so the ETH Bitcoin bear market is the longest we've ever had right now. That is Ethereum's valuation against Bitcoin. It's actually over 20%
Mm.
longer. I think it's like 25% longer than the one that happened last cycle. And then I also like analyzed ETH Bitcoin bull markets, and the last ETH Bitcoin bull market lasted, I think, for around a year, maybe just a little longer than that. So if you extrapolate that out, let's just suppose that Bitcoin's bull market began in the summer of this year, which seems like a somewhat reasonable time frame, like summer to fall or something like that. Then I think this cycle will, I think Ethereum's bull market against Bitcoin and also against the US dollar could easily last well into 2026. And I think this is something that a lot of people aren't considering, but you have a lot of factors. That are in play that are different than the last few times, like Bitcoin's institutionalization through the ETF and through corporations buying it. You've got Ethereum, same thing. So I think this could actually turn into, and maybe I'm being a little too bullish here, but it could turn into the bull market that feels like it'll never end. And then I could throw a lot of people off.
I've
Like,
had that
hey,
feeling as well, to be honest,
yeah,
that it
yeah,
could
like
be a longer cycle because everything's just it's taking so long to sort of consolidate and flush that it just has to be a longer cycle. I
yeah.
mean, unless it goes vertical.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's not going to go vertical. I think it's going to be like you like because if you think about the move from 2023 to where we are now, it's actually very similar to what happened in 2019 to 2020. It's taken like about twice as long to basically have the Bitcoin only cycle, and then the flush out that we're getting now is also taking longer probably. So I just feel like with the amount of liquidity we're moving in the market, it's only natural to anticipate that it could take a lot longer for Bitcoin to reach its cycle top. Ethereum could be in a bull market for over a year, probably will be. And then what does that mean for BirdDog? What does that mean for Fofar? I think it means really great things coming. That's what I think.
Yeah, no, for sure, man, for sure. I mean, I've seen you around for many, many months, and you are always sort of a holder. But it's good to see you've got the responsibility you have now, and I think it's going to push you to gain new skills. I'm always here if you need any support, and so is my team. But yeah, let me pass it over to Broj.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick. I noticed that we have Itzel in the chat. I'm not sure if everybody knows, but I've noticed Itzel. I don't know if we've never spoken, but we've talked, and I've seen her around BirdDog for over 6 months, liking, showing up like behind the scenes. So I know she's a long time holder. So we appreciate all of our holders. I just wanted to say hi to Itzel.
Shout out to
And then
Itzel. Thank you so much for supporting us along the way, and that's what's kept us all going, and that's what's kept us together. So yeah, I really like to hear stuff like that about holders that have been here for a long time supporting. So yeah, no, we really appreciate you, and yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Broj. If not, pass it to JV.
yeah, I just wanted to say that quick, and then gotta appreciate people like Ducking and Gaussian, just very smart chads in the space. What's going on, JV?
It's another little quick thing. I just wanted to note something. I mean, because I'm so new to crypto, something that I've noticed is I'm really attracted to coins that are owned by a community, mainly for the fact because it feels more human. And in the world of ever changing prices going up crazy amounts every day, it's like all you want to feel in this market is kind of a family connection, friends, and that's 100% what you're going to get when you're in BirdDog. So
Yeah,
it's just a nice contrast for the rest of the market, and it's something that I've always looked for in coins, and BirdDog does it 100% perfect.
yeah, no, I appreciate that, JV. You know, the community, that's what makes this cycle beautiful, is the fact that we own these tokens, not to a degree which is stupid either. I wish we had more supply. We'd only do good things with it if we did. Good developments, good marketing. But yeah, we play with the cards we've been dealt, and we play them very well. Like whether we have $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 in our treasury or $100,000, we can still maneuver with $1,000 as we can with $10,000. And it's not about how much you have; it's about how you use the money you have to make the appropriate amount of noise. And that's the balance you have to find in this game as a lead, as someone that's grinding on the project, is, you know, how can I make the biggest impact with the funds I have? And we all have, you know, financial barriers in this project and in all projects. But the way we maneuver, the way we play the cards we've been dealt is ultimately what separates the best from the rest, and what separates people that really do good strategy and people that come out with flawed strategy where the cracks reveal 3 months later, you know, 2 months later, a month later. I see this stuff happen all the time. So we tread very carefully in everything we do. You'll see the brand sharpen up immensely by magnitudes greater than it already is every day. And yeah, we're going to continue to innovate. We've got a lot of development coming. We're going to be a true financial application and have various different forms of blockchain technology integrated into our new site. And we'll obviously move away from the original website builder, so it'll be a lot more dynamic and a lot more of a real site. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for all of their time. I want to thank all of the team for taking the time out to come. I want to thank JV. You better get to bed, my bro. You got to be up at 7 a.m.
BirdDog Anthem. Dogs next to rain, it's our conviction. Climbing to the top, yeah, that's the prediction. Boys club repping, grab those bags. Man, if I were you, I'd stick to this plan. Lane wolf cruising, never runs out of gas. Bet Peter King, yeah, he'll never crash. Without Brett, might as well be trash. And he's the real deal, stack a bag fast. Hook! I'm stacking them up, racking those memes. No G-Talk here, solid teams. With the ultimate Memecoin multiplier. Mass accumulation, spreading like wildfire. The community strong, it'll never tire. Narratives gold, time to conspire. Locked in with the boys, this is no lie. Soaring high, BirdDog's about to fly. Make your move, don't miss the game. This is the one, remember the name. Momentum's minimal, take it higher. Boys Club United, yeah, we're on fire. I'm stacking them up, racking those memes. No G-Talk, yeah, solid teams. With the ultimate Memecoin multiplier. Mass accumulation, spread it like wildfire. Stay locked in, it's time to deploy. With the boys club, bringing the joy.
Mortal duration. BirdDog X. Yeah, it's time to ride. On this rocket, we'll reach in the sky. There's no ceiling, we keep pushing on. With your support and love, we carry on.